everyone, welcome back to International Beauty. I'm Allison and today's video is going to be on job interview tips. As you can tell, this week's video is about advice and stuff like that. So I decided to talk about job interviews because somewhere down the line you're going to want to know some tips and tricks about how to get the job that you want or something like that, or to get you through a job interview. So I wrote down 10 facts that I think are most important, and there's many different tips and stuff that you can do, but I narrowed it down to 10. So if you guys are interested in seeing what my top 10 tips are for job interviews, keep on watching. Okay, so number 1 is going to be dress nicely. You want to look professional, even if you're going to work at like an ice cream parlor or like I don't know, like a drugstore or something simple. You still want to look casual but nice. So just make sure you dress nicely and professional. You don't need to wear a suit and tie, but make sure you wear something casual, comfy, but cute. For guys, if any guys are watching this, I think you guys should wear maybe khakis and a cute polo or a dress shirt. You don't need to wear no suit and tie like I just said. And just maybe like Sperry's or Vans, nothing too crazy. Okay, so number 2 is make sure you shake hands when you sit down for the interview and when you're about to get up and leave. That'll give your employer or the person that's giving you the interview a really good first impression of you. Number 3 is be on time. The worst thing is no employer wants to hire someone that's going to be late. So if you're late to the interview, chances are you're not going to get the job, because they know if you're going to be late to the interview, you're going to be late to the job. So just be on time if you can for the interview. Be a little bit early, be 5-10 minutes early. You don't have to be there an hour early, but just in case they give you a rundown or anything like that. Or like I went to an interview about 5, 10, 15 minutes early, and they actually handed me an application and said fill this out, even though I filled one out on the website. Number 4 is no chewing gum. It would look really bad on your part if you're sitting there slapping your gum, but it'll just look bad and it's unprofessional. Number 5 is speaking clear. 5 and 6 go together. So number 5 is speak clear, and number 6 is no cursing. Don't be like, yo mother, like. So if you want to get the job, make sure you speak clear, you speak loud enough so they can hear, and that you don't curse, because that's really unprofessional. Number 7 is be prepared. Before the interview, a few helpful tips are to maybe Google some interview questions. You know, they usually ask you, why should we hire you? Why do you think you're good for the job? Tell me a little bit about yourself. These are only a few questions that employers will ask people during job interviews. So if you want to go online and search some questions, make sure you know what you're going to say or have an idea of what you're going to say. You're going to bring some working papers if you need them. If not, I think it's if you're over 18, you don't need them. I'm not sure because I didn't need them, but working papers you can get from your school, or I'm sure other places too. References, and your resume if you have one. Number 8 is to be polite and use your manners. Don't be rude, don't give an attitude, try to keep positive and smile. Don't give dirty looks or anything like that. Number 9 is know your schedule when you walk in. This is also good with number 7 with being prepared. Know your schedule. Know what nights you have cheerleading practice, what nights you have dance or something, or what nights you know you can't work or something like that. You have to babysit little brother after school. Know those times so you can work around them. Many employers will be flexible scheduling. They're not going to be like, no, we need someone for this shift only for every day. They'll be a little lenient, and I'm sure they'll be able to work something out with you. Even if it's only a few days a week, it's part-time, you're not working full-time. If you are, then be expected to work every day for that certain amount of time. But this applies for maybe for the part-time people. And number 10 is probably the most important thing, and I see this happen all of the time, and people say, oh yeah, I didn't get the job. Well, this step you want to avoid the most. Do not bring someone with you. Don't bring mom, dad, brother, uncle, sister, friend, anyone with you. Go on your own. You need to be independent. If you're going to be working, mommy and daddy aren't going to be sitting there with you. Unless you work for a business for them. But anyways, mommy and daddy aren't going to be there with you, so you need to be independent. Go for your interview alone. If your best friend drove you, if your dad drove you, whoever, keep them in the car. It's fine. It's only going to take maybe 20 minutes tops. So make sure they're in the car, and trust me, you don't want them distracting you or anything like that, and it'll look really bad on your part. So make sure you go on your own. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it might be a little bit helpful for girls about my age, 16, 17, and they're trying to get a job or something like that. I'll talk to you guys next week with another video. See ya!